Hello, St. Christopher's families. We are so excited that you are ready to return to school. We know that there may be some anxiety about bringing the children back to class with the conditions of COVID-19 still very real and very present. Rest assured that we are following all the CDC, Florida Department of Health, and Department of Children and Family Services guidelines by keeping all classrooms as self-contained pods. Extreme cleanliness and limited interaction of students between classes will help contain any confirmed cases. We are committed to continuing to offer a quality Montessori face-to-face education. We need your cooperation and ask that you continue to follow our reentry plan and all CDC recommendations when outside the campus to keep everyone safe, including yourselves. There will be no large gatherings on campus, and field trips will be canceled for the first semester. We will continue to monitor the COVID conditions, and those restrictions may loosen depending on a downward trend in number of cases. There will most likely be changes, but we trust those changes are to ensure your children's safety. Again, we're really excited about seeing you on the 24th. God bless.
We're pleased to welcome back our faculty and staff for another great year of learning at St. Christopher's by the Sea. These past 2 weeks, the teachers have been hard at work preparing their classrooms for a new year of learning, and we're all thrilled to have you back. Books are being put on shelves, lessons are being prepared, and rooms are being cleaned. You'll see a lot of friendly faces on campus, as well as some new ones. You've all just heard from our rector and head of school, Reverend Susan Brutel, so let me introduce you to our faculty, beginning with our associate head of school, Miss Debbie. The Sea Stars. Miss Denise. Miss Carmen. And Miss Ninbeth. The Angelfish. Miss Olga. Miss Blanca. And Miss Marisol. The Parrotfish. Miss Lisette. And Miss Renee. The Sea Turtles. Miss Jenny. And Miss Vanessa. And the Dolphins. Let's welcome Miss Adriana. The classroom assistants and special teachers, Miss Arelis, Miss Anna Maria, Miss Marta Lucia, and me, Miss Mireya, and my musical partner, Mr. Tony. On our staff, we have Project Manager and Pastor Associate, Father Tom. Admissions Coordinator, Christy Ponce de Leon. Business Assistant, Mirta Servat. Parish Administrator, Alejandro Diaz. And Janitor and Custodians, Manuel and Santos. Next, Alex will talk about forms and procedures.
There are documents that must be signed and submitted prior to coming back to St. Christopher's. First, some revisions have been made to our Student Parent Handbook to accommodate our reentry plan, so the updated handbook acknowledgement form will need to be completed through the St. Chrisnet. Please make sure you have logged into your child's portal to check. The next new document is the Parent Acknowledgement of Health and Safety Procedures. This document is separate from our basic forms and provides detailed information on our COVID procedures, so we will be sending it via writesignature.com to your email. Please make sure and complete both these documents as well as required forms like the vaccination records and drop-off and pickup forms as soon as possible, as admittance back to class will only be allowed after we receive it. And do not forget to update your contact info in the St. Chris Net. You don't want to miss a thing. If your child is in the Early Childhood Division, you will enter through Fernwood and come around the new building to park in the east parking lot and walk with your child to drop off at the gate to the playground. Your child would then have their temperature taken and you will sign them in. You will then walk out through the corridor on the west side of the church near the playground and exit to the front of the church, where you can then walk along the sidewalk to retrieve your car from the parking lot. If your child is in the elementary, you will be coming in our new building entrance. You will enter through Fernwood and drop your child off in the front of the new building, where they will have their temperature checked and then will be allowed to their classrooms. The angelfish and parrotfish classes will be waiting in the parish hall for pickup at 3 p.m. sharp. Please park in the east parking lot and come to the door to receive your child. Plan on arriving early to avoid traffic. Pickup procedures will be the same as drop-off for the toddlers and the elementary. Remember, drop-off begins at 8:15 a.m., so be here early to get in front of the line. Please make sure your child comes dressed in their uniforms. Our official uniform provider is Dennis Uniforms. Boys' uniforms are blue pants or shorts and red or white shirts. Girls' uniforms are plaid skirts or skirts and white or red shirts. Please check with Miss Christie if you need more information about the uniforms.
Here are some other things we'll be doing to help keep our classrooms clean and ourselves safe. Please make sure your child brings a separate pair of shoes for their classroom. When your child arrives, they will change from the shoes they are wearing into their classroom shoes. These classroom shoes will be kept in a plastic bag in their cubbies. When your child arrives, they will remove their outside shoes and put them in a separate Ziploc bag and change into their classroom shoes. Anytime they leave the classroom, they will need to repeat this process. Each classroom this semester will be treated as its own pod. Classroom intermingling will be kept to a bare minimum to try to prevent any cross-contamination in the event of a COVID-positive student. During school time, students will be asked to remain 6 feet apart, even when walking through the hallways. Here's an example of how they should do that. Wait. Rewind. Here's an example of how they really should do this. Wearing masks. All students from preschool to elementary will be required to wear their mask to class. Just like their teachers, students will need to adhere to this policy. Here are some examples of how they should do this. Get serious, you guys. Let's show them how we really do this. Remember, all these precautions, as well as deep and daily cleaning, are to keep us safe. So please help us by following all the rules, including no unannounced classroom visits. We must all adhere to this rule, as we will be limiting the contact with anyone outside of their pod. Communication at any school is critical. Our weekly newsletter has been circulating for over 230 issues now and is delivered to your email every Sunday evening at 6 p.m. But this is not the only way we communicate. The St. Chris Net, powered by Blackbaud, is our student information systems and our main source of communication between teachers and families. The St. Chris Net is where our classroom virtual bulletins reside, and where all your classroom information, assignments, and records are. Please check your child's portal every week for changes. The increased use of digital platforms means our online security will be more important than ever. So for your safety and ours, we will begin to communicate directly through the St. Chris Net. All issued forms will always be in the St. Chris Net. In our first weeks of school, please watch out for some tutorial emails to access the St. Chris Net through any device, as well as instructions to save the portal as an app icon on your mobile device. Okay, so let's recap. Marina, help me out. How do you wear your mask? No. 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 Yes. See you on the 24th.